Hello everyone. Today's a weird video. It's not one that I plan on making a lot, but because I cover PvP, I primarily focus on PvP, and because I recommend ship builds to people, I wanted to cover this. So this is coming on to the Star Citizen Reddit from about 2 hours ago. In Wave 1 PTU, apparently, we have armor damage mitigation active. Now, I can't get into PTU to attempt to test this myself, so I'll have to wait until it's open to everyone. But what they say is happening is really interesting, and is going to be a really big shakeup for the meta and for what builds you're going to want to take into fights. So we're going to cover it really quick here. I recommend you take this with a, grain of salt. I didn't see anything about this on the PTU patch notes, so this seems to be, not the primary change intended. And who knows, people make stuff up all the time. I'm not saying this is not real, just take it with a grain of salt. So what he says he tested: firing a size 3 laser repeater on a main Perseus body resulted in no damage at all. Neither did I get a hit marker, nor did the armor show any damage on its texture. Armor was completely unaffected, also confirmed by the engineering terminal. Okay, so size 3 laser repeater, that's probably a panther, could be an attrition. Either way, no damage at all, no hit markers, no texture change, and it's completely immune to the armor value was unchanged. Firing at the main turret, support turrets, and doors indicated damage, as I got hit markers, and the ship armor itself showed marks in deteriorating armor. So, with our current loadouts, we would still be able to disable turrets, open doors. I think he means by support turrets, PDCs. We'd be able to disable PDCs. So we would still be able to affect the ship. Against a Perseus, that's still pretty huge. I wish he would have tested firing at the engine nacelles, because if you can still disable the engine nacelles, you still have a great chance of wrecking that ship. He then says he took out the Perseus for an intersect mission against a MSR, Cutlass Black, and Hornet, stayed there for a full 5 minutes without shields, and received no damage to my main body. Only minor damage to main turrets, doors, and so on. Yeah, that's true. I mean, talk about just a win button for PvE, because those AI are not going to be able to target those components accurately, right? It's just going to be chip damage. Definitely seems a bit overdone. But also the largest size weapons in that whole enemy fleet were size 4 on the Hornet. Next, he said he fired size 4 Revenant Gatlings and size 3 Panthers at the Perseus without any effect at all. Okay? So this is saying that low penetration weapons, so Panthers, Revenant Gatlings, are not getting through the armor. He then said he used the Omniski size 3 weapons to deal damage to the Perseus main body, and did a bit of math. Based on the damage I was supposed to deal and the damage I actually dealt, I assumed the immunity threshold to be very close to 80 for laser weapons. So that's saying that he was only doing 20% damage to the armor with Omniski size 3s. That does mean, however, that this is not a size category restriction. This is probably a penetration or an alpha restriction. So where it's not going to be size 3 weapons can't damage a Perseus, it is you need the right size 3 weapons to damage a Perseus. This is where I get suspicious though. His next few statements seem really overtuned to me. Tried a bit more and I was unable to deal damage to an unshielded Vanguard using size 3 Mantis Gatlings. I was also unable to deal damage to a Cutlass Black using size 3 Mantis Gatlings. That means 2 Cutlass Blacks with stock loadouts can't hurt each other at all. That's wild. And the Vanguard also, I mean, the Vanguard is a size 3, class 3 ship, so maybe that would make sense to me. Depending on that size 4, we might also get that same effect where 2 Vanguards might not be able to hurt each other. And that is a really weird place for the balance to go. So this is a big change to combat. he says that fast firing low alpha weapons won't be able to deal any damage to ship bigger than a cutlass. I'm not sure if that's true. He didn't say anything about testing things against light fighters as well. I really do wonder if fighters will have armor against PTCs now, or if, like, say, a Vanguard can just sit there and shoot at a Perseus and be entirely immune to his PTCs. So this is very interesting if this is the case, and if this isn't overblown. Like I said, this tuning to me seems wildly overdone in the direction of armor. A Cutlass Black should be able to shoot down another Cutlass Black with stock loadouts. They shouldn't just ping off each other. But if that's the case, we have now sorted the size 3 weapon category by ammo penetration. So if we go all the way over here, we're sorting by base distance right now. All right. So I think what's going to become very popular weapons is going to be these broadsword series cannon, because it's got a decent RPM, same ammo velocity as the Mantis, and 500 shots per gun. So that's a pretty decent overall package for a ballistic cannon. I did actually use these a bit when 4.5 first dropped, and you know, penetration wasn't as required as I thought it would be, but it did still work. I was able to shoot down a Hornet with broadswords on my Gladius. The Tarantula is also a decent option. A little bit less RPM, a little bit less ammo count, a little bit more alpha. So really though, I think because the burst DPS is almost identical, the broadsword probably edges it out just because it has that more shots and it has that more RPM. Also, just honorable mention, the FL33 might become really good because that has the same velocity as the Panthers do currently. And of course, the Omniskis are always going to be a strong option. It just really depends on how serious the laser nerf is compared to the ballistic cannons. So these are some other options. I do think, for me personally, the first thing I'm going to try is the broadswords. Those might be like the best dogfighting cannons because of that higher, you know, RPM. The light strike is also a strong option. I think those two are the ones that stand out most to me. But yeah, so we don't know how serious the change is going to be. Like I said, I'm pretty suspicious about this Cutlass Black stuff, because like I said, if you take out 2 stock Cutlass Blacks and shoot at each other, if you can't hurt each other, that is just silly, and there's no way that change is going to stay. So we're going to have to see how this gets balanced, what actually happens. And also, this guy might just be blowing smoke up our butts. But hey, here's a little emergency video just covering what is supposedly happening on PTU. When we can get into PTU ourselves, I will be testing this myself. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. And if you liked the video, give me a like. If you like my content, give me a subscribe. This is Citizen Cal reminding you to stay dangerous, pilot.